Welcome back for another Nuggets of Knowledge with Keith. This is from the Memphis match this weekend, second Saturday of August. Here we go. Fun little stage, kind of technical with the footwork. You need to be in the right spot. I do apologize about the hat cam. I'm still trying to figure out the best angle to get it mounted on the hat, and when I change hats, it all seems to change. So, first thing I'm going to say, when you go to a match and you've got brand new shoes, especially if you're changing from, say, Solomon Speedcross to a football cleat, you might want to go practice with the football cleat a little bit. Just a little chunky when you're trying to shoot on the move. I know better, just it's the way things work. So I come out of position, get the gun out first, then try to push off hard. Had a little bit of distance to cover. So my task priority out of position was to move and build the grip into position. I come around the corner. We start shooting. Good transition there. I'm looking for my next target, and I want to get the foot position just right. So you see my head pop up. Gun comes out. I put 3 on this paper because this first shot did not feel good, so I'm not going to take time to visually confirm anything. I didn't like where the dot lifted from, so you shoot again. Transition to the steel, start to load my weight to the outside foot, so I'm starting to push off a little bit to change my balance. So when I push off, I can lift this foot real quick and get the angle on this one through the port. Little back out. Careful not to get too close to this wall to close my angle off on the next position. That would be bad. Back up. Turn my head to make sure I know where the wall is. Open my hips. Notice where the gun's at. Downrange. I'm looking where I want my feet to go. Head moves up to the target. Start to build the grip as I come into position. And grip is built early, right? Just as I come around the corner, hat cam caught that pretty well. Come in with basically a reverse lean, as JJ would say, and I just use my momentum to stand up a little bit. On the transition to the target, I open my hips up to the next target, which sets up for a little step slide there. Back out. Snap the head, gun follows. Get those two, don't want to hit the barrel, don't want the hard cover. I want to make sure I'm clearing the wall, get those alphas. Reload into the last position. And then you just stand here and crush it from there. It says, what you couldn't see because the picture's in the way, is the second plate released the swinger. The plate itself was the stick. It was the activator for the swinger. So it dropped really quick in a very predictable manner. So I decided to control it, meaning I didn't activate it and move on and come back. I know exactly where it would be. I saw some other guys swing over to the paper and then back. I don't think they gained any time, and they had less alphas. So, moving in here. Both got travel feet moving right towards the target. Brake foot. I'm opening that foot up a little bit to set up for what's next. Stop foot, step on the fault line. I did load up on this leg a little bit. It changes elevation a little bit, but I'm not worried with the targets were easy to shoot. But I wanted that so I could. I know some people, why are you shooting with your toe on the ground, not flat-footed? Because I'm setting up for what's next. I want to be able to drop my weight out of position quicker. The targets weren't that hard. They're wide open. I wanted to be able to plant that foot, take my right foot, feel for the fault line. Didn't quite get there, so I had to slide up a little bit. Eyes then gun, hit the popper. Again, I'm shifting my weight just a little bit so I can step over, do a step slide. Not much of a slide there. and just start walking back, taking the target. It's a full target. Just kind of remember, if you're trying to shoot in the move, moving straight forward or straight back is the easiest. So if I can set my hips up to do that, I'm going to. That's what I did there. Instead of trying to shoot kind of sliding across the opening, where I know most likely I'm going to string my shot side to side a little bit. Open my hips up, come through, keep the gun in a good position. When I know I'm finally clear the wall and we're not going to have any 180 violations, then I bring the left hand around to grab the pistol. I'm setting my feet up for what's next. Break foot. So I went from travel feet to target feet. Break foot comes in. That's my right foot. Opens up to the targets. Left foot a little wide with a reverse lean. And just roll into these two targets here. Looking again at the footwork. Weight's going to come across. My weight's all here. So I can lift that foot and then just drag it around on my transition. Toe comes in, gives me a pivot to rotate out. Open the hips to the next target. So some technical footwork here. Target foot. Target foot. They're both opening up, so targets are between the hips. Hold on here. Now, when I go to move, I open foot up to the next target. That way I can get my belt, basically point my belt buckle at the target, maintaining my structure. Nothing new here. It's the same thing we've been doing for as long as I've been shooting the sport. Trying to maintain that structure and drive forward. Hit the quick reload and then just post up. There was no reason to go to this port over here because I couldn't see anything more from there. Matter of fact, I saw less. And we finished up. Fun little stage. Collect a lot of points. Had fun. Hope you learned something new there. If nothing else, if you buy new footwear, go practice with it before you try shooting on the move at a match where there's a bunch of really good shooters. Have fun out there. Get out to TFI Academy. Let's do some training.